Oh, what a game, you know. It wasn't quite a game of great execution, but it was a game of two teams that left everything on the field, played their hearts out. And, you know, you look at the stats and we played very well except for finishing our shots on the goal. You look through the stat categories, I think we dominated everything except scoring. And, you know, you gotta be able to put everything together if you're gonna have wins, you know, and we didn't do it today. So we ended up where we're at, and we'll regroup and look to move forward to the next one.
Questions? Start right here in front and then go to the second row.
So, Coach Gait, Johns Hopkins played a very physical game, but it got a little out of hand at the end. Can you talk about your guys shooting, missing a lot of shots in the second half?
I just think they were frustrated that they didn't have success in the first half. So then a lot of the shots, you know, they were being knocked down, they were hitting players, they were missing the goal. We didn't get them the time they needed or the time and room they needed to get off, you know, good quality shots. But like I said, they played hard, they gave everything they had, and we just didn't finish those opportunities.
Second row.
For Tucker, just what would you attribute Johns Hopkins did so well defensively against you guys, just pressing out against you, and just a few words on their goalie and his performance today?
Yeah, I think they played pretty well. I personally think we could have played better. I personally did not play well. I kind of take the blame for a lot of the.
This is your first season, I guess, moving attack from midfield, especially, you know, being able to play with Brendan, you know, side by side the last few seasons. So I guess how have you, I guess, been able to sort of work with Brendan and kind of be that dynamic duo in the new role? And I guess, you know, especially today, I guess you guys led, you know, the team in shooting and all that. Just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, you know, Brendan is a terrific player. I think he's like one of the best players I've ever played with. He's extremely smart. But yeah, he helps me a lot. He's very smart. But he just, you know, he kind of keeps us running. He just knows where to go. I think we, like you said, we played together for a really long time, so we have a lot of chemistry, which is nice. But today I think we can be better as a unit, all six of us down there, and we gotta improve going forward.
Anish in the front row then here.
For Brett and Harrison, just talking about Johns Hopkins' offense and what they were able to do, just moving fast after winning face-offs or in transition. What did you kind of see from them, and what struggles did you have maybe late against their ride, as I know that they caused a few turnovers in that throughout the game?
Harrison did a great job recognizing their sets and getting us in the right defense that we were practicing all week. You know, we were prepared for what they were going to do, and I think Coach Pedro put a good game plan out in front of us. And just like any other game, when you fail the ball clearing it, you know, it's sort of smack in the back, and they're going to come down and pound it down your throats.
Yeah, I think we did well on some of the transitions, trying to locate people, but there's just simple mistakes that we need to fix, and then I think we'll be good at that.
We'll go here, then front row.
Tucker, the attacks, you guys had a lot of trouble behind the cage, creating space. Can you talk about what the Johns Hopkins defense was doing to you?
Yeah, you know, I think they just played well overall. They played as a unit. Personally, like I said, I didn't play well. I think a lot of our not doing great on offense was attributed to me. But yeah, I mean, they played well, and I think we just got to be able to play as a unit a little bit better, especially when they're pressing out.
For Coach Gait, it seemed like, especially in the first half, there were a lot of shots that were hitting the post. Is there anything you said to the team at halftime that, you know, we're getting good looks, but it's just not going in right now?
Well, that was kind of the obvious thing, and I think it affects you when you know, you are hitting the pipes like that. There's one time we hit 4 in a row. You know, a couple from the outside, one right in close to the goal, and it made us change up what we were doing a little bit. And, you know, we always tell the players, shoot for the white of the net. See the net before you shoot it, so that you know, you're not aiming for corners or pipes and that type of thing. But we weren't able to execute that today. And we had plenty of shots. Like I said, it was tough. They played a very physical defense, if nothing else. There was no easy shots where you weren't worried about getting hit or you know, a hard check. Or they played very physical, and I think, you know, that definitely helped them, and they played some pretty good D.
Gary, you spoke about the playoff implications to this game in the lead up during the week. Just big picture, what's kind of the message? The
message is, you know, you can't keep giving away games. And, you know, again, you look down the stat sheet and you would think we would, you know, outplay them clearly in the stats: ground balls, face-offs, clears, rides. Everything's in our favor except for finishing the shot. So, you know, these guys, you know, our guys are giving 110%, and they're bought in. They're leaving everything they have on the field. We're just not getting the execution that we need to, and that's just coming through with maybe a little bit more chemistry and communication on the field, so the shots are a little bit easier. But, you know, we certainly didn't give up, and we keep grinding and give everything we got.
Gary, what was your impression of Dave coming back here, and did he say anything to you? Like, just
It's been actually, you know, I thought it might be more of a distraction, but I think everybody was pretty good with it. And, you know, these kids played their hearts out for them, trying to get them that W here. You know, the way he felt, you know, I think the kids all, you know, have his back and know what type of coach he is, and he's the type of coach that puts everything he has into a team, and you know, they wanted to deliver a W for him today. Unfortunately, we didn't get that done.
Last two, we'll start down here in the elevation right now.
Coach Gait, yeah, you've been talking about in the last few weeks just about chemistry, and on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, how do you think chemistry could be improved? Just calling out slides, as Johns Hopkins had a lot of open shots, which found the back of the net today.
You know, our defense played pretty well. You know, I got to be honest, that was probably the best game they played all year. You know, we just kept giving them opportunities, and where we fell short was on some transition. Defensively, giving up some transition, some subbing. You know, on the 6v6 defense, I thought we played outstanding today. And it was more of a situational play that hurt us more than anything. You know, I think when we look back at the film, we'll look at the 6v6 play and be lucky if they have 4 goals. You know, the rest comes off of a late sub or transition or, you know, that type of thing. But, you know, I thought the defense really made some strides this week.
Last one.
For Brenton Harrison, did Coach Petro have any sort of special tips and tricks to stop the Hopkins offense specifically?
I mean, if you look at the roster, probably 40 out of 50 were his kids. So obviously, he knows their tendencies, which obviously help when you're, you know, scouting and game planning for them. But at the end of the day, it comes down to, you know, just executing. I think we did a good job on our end, but obviously, like Coach Gait said, some of the situational stuff we got to improve on there.
Yeah, we knew their plays, and we had some defensive plays like set up for their plays, but at the end, as Brett said, we just need to execute.